Welcome back to Global Business Report here on Arise News. Leasing and business service conglomerate C&I Leasing has recorded a remarkable growth in fortune as its profit after tax improved by 27% at half-year 2019 compared to what was recorded in the corresponding period of 2018. Now, in monetary terms, this translates to 184.7 million naira appreciation over the profit after tax recorded in 2018. Meanwhile, the leasing company plans to inject fresh capital into its operations to increase future performance. To discuss the company's financial status as well as plans to penetrate the market is the Chief Financial Officer, Alex Mbakogu. I hope I got that name right. It's good to have you with us. Good morning.
Thank you, Nee.
All right, now let's take a look at the motivation behind this idea of fresh capital. How has your company fared over time prior to this moment? Why the need for fresh capital?
Yeah, if you look at the financials that have just made public
All right.
the half year, you will notice some substantial growth, both in terms of earnings and in terms of balance sheet.
Okay.
The balance sheet has consistently grown by 20% in the last 5 years.
Yes.
So looking at the size and the income, we think that there's need to add in some equity.
Okay.
To be able to leverage and sustain the growth that we're experiencing.
Okay.
So that's the reason why we think that there's need for us to
go
plan
to
towards
equity
addition
funding.
of capital. Yes.
All right. Now, the mode of sourcing this capital, you have rights issues and the conversion of Oreo's $10 million loan stock into equity. Tell us more about that.
Yeah. First is that there is a $10 million loan stock.
All right.
That was invested by a private equity fund, Oreos Africa Fund, now part of our branch. And it's convertible. So the debt is due for redemption. So options are you redeem or you pay back. But we think that if you use the money to grow the business, so the best option is to convert. So there are arrangements to do that. That is the first phase. Now, the second phase is also, the money has been used and utilized.
Yeah.
So conversion doesn't really add money to the business. So the second phase is to looking for some fresh money to be able to enable the business to grow. So that's how the two, you convert existing, it gives you some breather.
Okay.
Then you bring some fresh capital to be able to grow the business.
Very good. Now, what is the major advantage to your company's operations through equity funding, you think? Won't be the first time you've done this?
Probably this will be the second time you're doing it.
Okay, so how has it, shored up your operations?
Yeah, there is debt and there's equity.
Okay.
Debt, you're obligated to pay back. Equity gives you some breather.
All right.
And there's, as a company, there's a mixture of debt and equity that maximizes everybody's value. So what we are using as a company is to look at that mixture. The last time we went to the market is over 10 years.
Okay.
So we think that with the size of the business and with the growth potentials that we are experiencing and we're expecting, you bring in equity, then you leverage on that equity also to grow your debt. So that's what they call leverage. So you have a balance of debt and equity that will maximize everybody's value. Right. So as you grow, over time, you find that that's just like some building. If you want to grow, you need to support the structure.
Indeed.
So equity is like that support that allows the house to grow. So I think that's with the plans and with the growth we are seeing and the projections, we need equity so that when you bring in equity, then you can leverage on that equity to borrow more.
So to a large extent, within the 10 years of you going for that equity, the first one, you've had a measure of success, as it were, some positive news?
Oh yeah, if you look at our balance sheet,
all right.
In the last 5 years, and probably let me say 5 years ago, our balance sheet is less than 20 billion. As I talk, today we have 57 billion balance sheets. That's quite some measure, going by Nigerian standards. So, if you look at our returns in terms of earnings, probably 5 years back, we'll be talking about maybe a profit of 200 million. Today, we're talking about probably 800 million profit before tax, half year.
All right.
Why 5 years back? You'll be talking about 200 for a full year. So you've seen that growth both in earnings and both in balance sheets. So that supports those plans to be able to probably inject in some fund in whatever means.
All right, Alex. Now, your half-year profit is up by 27% for 2019. How did that happen?
Yeah, okay, some couple of years back, about 3 years ago, we looked into the business, C&I Leasing business.
All right.
We've done some investments, probably, which we are very ambitious. Okay. And then we've done some investment, which we think probably they didn't come out the way we have planned them to come out. So 3 years back, we looked at the business and we said, okay, we need to review the business forensically. So we did away with some units, which we think we are not aligning with what we plan to do. Okay. And they are not bringing in returns the way we have wanted them to bring returns.
Being flexible with your finances.
Exactly. Yeah. So we dealt with them and we cut them off. And then we rescaled the business 3 years ago.
All right.
So, and that's what I call restructuring. Okay. It's beginning to bear fruit. Because you see, in the last 3 years, the growth has been very, very commendable. I mean, without sounding modest, I think. So it's those decisions that are paying off. And also, last year, we took some decisions to look at our operation in terms of supply chain, in terms of efficiency. We put some measures in place. Okay? And those things are also beginning to play out. And last year also, we raised some money via debt. Okay. So I think also we also seen the effect of those money raised. And also, we're beginning to be very intentional about our customers. So we are moving from customer service to customer experience, to customer engagement. So we are being very much involved with our customer. I mean, you have an existing business. If the customer renews those businesses, it gives you some measure of comfort. And then he can come back also for a new business if he's very happy with what you've already done. So I think that's what we are doing. So in customer service, in operational efficiency, and then also even in our marine business, I mean, we've seen that those plans we put in place has inched up our utilization. Okay, so because we are assets carrying business, so as those utilization are inched up, probably it will reflect in your bottom line or top line, whichever way you look at it.
Very good. I was going to ask you about the synergy between your customers and, of course, your company as well. But I guess you've already given us details regarding that. Very good. Now, what challenges do you emphasize to funding through equity, you think? Yes, it's a noble idea, but there might be one or two pitfalls. And how do you hope to overcome them?
Yeah, of course, like I said, this is probably the second time. And yeah, there are challenges. I mean, people may be looking at the capital market. Yeah. What is happening? Is it the right time? Do I invest? Do I not invest? But I keep telling people that, of course, I mean, it's not about what the market is telling you or what the price is telling you, but what is the value that you ascribe to the company that you associate with, okay? Whether it's public or right or whatever form. But I think that you need to have look at the company, okay? Outside probably what the market is telling you who you are. I mean, so we think that there are those challenges, but people want performance, people want future, people want comfort, people want to see that there's direction, people want to see that there's future in that business. So probably beyond what the market is saying, what is the company promising? What is the company showing? Are there hopes? Do you have faith in what is coming? Can the company show you that,
and then the company living up to its end of the bargain as well?
Exactly. So I think that, I mean, despite those challenges here, but I'm not sure those challenges will, I mean, looking at where we see analyzing is as to that, I think probably the confidence and the comfort far outweighs probably what the challenges you think the market can present.
Indeed. And based on the scenario you've just highlighted regarding the market, how has your company, endured with your foray in the market, as it were?
It's been very challenging. I mean, the business environment in where we are in this climate is very, very challenging. But I think that despite the challenge, I mean, even life itself is full of challenges, but it's for you to really be focused, one, and then have the mind that it's possible. What I want to do is possible. But by and large, it's for you to have a plan, for you to have a focus, for you to have a mission. Do you understand? And then once you have a mission, I used to tell people that it's not about the funding, but it is about what you tell people you want to offer them.
Okay.
It is about your plan. It is about your purpose. It is about your future. I believe that once you have a plan and purpose, people who most often align with you in terms of providing the resources because they want to see that it's doable. They want to see that you know where we are going. They want to see that you have purpose and you have focus.
And with little excuses.
And with little excuses. I mean, because there will always be challenges.
Yes,
we can't eliminate challenges. But people want to see that beyond those challenges, these guys have focus. These guys have plans. They have vision. And they're living up to those visions. Once you do that, I believe that probably money is secondary. I think that's money is secondary. Purpose, vision are what is critical. That's what we think that. We've been very focused. Our vision is very, very clear, and we are moving towards this direction.
All right, indeed. I'd just like your thoughts on operational-wise, your leasing and your sectors in terms of operation in the Nigerian economic environment. How have you fared, and in terms of competition as well?
Like I said, our business, we are in fleet business, and we are in marine. Our fleet business cuts across all sectors because we service people in banking, we service people in fast-moving consumer goods, we service people in confectionery and so on and so forth, and we are in marine. So each of these sectors, they all have their challenges. We are a service company. So despite those challenges, is our quality service. Yes, of late is our marine business, which is picking up. And we've seen government, probably some effort by government to ensure that there are some reforms here and there, trying to ramp up activities in that sector. So we think that, with competition, we are not far away from what market is offering. We are not the least, but I want to tell you that we are among the
Okay, on that note, Alex Mbakogu, Chief Financial Officer, C&I Leasing, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the program. It's good to have you.
Thank you, Nii.
All right.